It's Toby from Heavyweight MMA today with Seb Szalay on the eve of his UFC 325 Road to UFC Championship fight. How are you, brother?
Good, man. Thanks for having me on again. Always looking forward to having a chat with you.
Welcome, brother. Wasn't too long you're fighting in Shanghai. Now, luckily, you actually get to come home and have a fight on home turf, bro. How does that feel, fighting in Australia for a change?
Yeah, look, I was expecting to be in Macau. That was originally where we were going to go. So I thought it was going to be one more trip to do in China. But yeah, got the news that I was going to possibly be in Sydney. And then, everything was just waiting to see if it was going to be fully confirmed. And then it was. And then, yeah, it's good, man. It's awesome.
As far as I know, the last Road to UFC finals were on a fight night in Macau, man, which is not quite as big. Now, being on a big, like equivalent of pay-per-view card, UFC 325, Volk fighting, your previous teammate, lots of lads from down under there. It's probably the best kind of thing for you guys to be on, the best show for you guys to be on. Like it's going to be so much crowd support. Lots of people can be there. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome, man. Like you said, Volk's headlining the card as well. So it's a pay-per-view, everything. It's everything what you can ask for, man, And as well, Quill, my teammate, he's on it as well. So, yeah, sick, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited.
Having previously been at Volk's gym, Freestyle MMA, before you made the move back to Perth, you guys still have a good relationship?
Yeah, definitely, man. Still got me and Freestyle. Like I got a good relationship with those guys, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good to go back. Go over to Sydney, and everyone's going to be there. Because I lived there for so long. Like it feels like so long. Made really good friendships with a lot of people. So yeah, it's going to be sick to see Volk there and that. You get to just be on the card with him, and I never would have expected something like that to kind of happen, to be honest. But it's cool, man. It's gonna be so cool.
Bro, having been at those two gyms, I mean, they're two of the recently most successful gyms in Australia, Freestyle MMA and Luistro Combat Academy, man. You're quite lucky. One of the only guys that's kind of got to be at two of those gyms, man, that I can think of off the top of my head. What have you kind of taken from both gyms in terms of, things that have kind of helped you add to your game and, made you successful?
Like when I, was training with Volk and over at Freestyle with those guys, especially, being around someone like Volk, seeing that mentality, see what it is day in, day out to be the best and, how his work ethic is and just everything, to be around that mindset. And obviously, I was at the time when I moved over there and when I first moved over there, I was real cracking down on my pro career. So to be around that and experience that and be around those people in that environment at the time I was there was, I gained so much. I learned so much, I feel like a complete, different person when, I moved over and made that move. It was totally out of my comfort zone, something so totally different. And I packed up everything what I had here and just, I was like, I'm just going to go in deep. And then, obviously moving back over to Perth, Perth is my hometown as well. And, I know all these people, but going to training with these boys at Luistro, it's great, just being around high level athletes, how they prepare and to train with guys like that who are on their rise as well, because Volk was, where he's at the top of his game. I mean, being around guys like that where, these are UFC caliber guys, Quill, Cody, and being around them, and the team as well. Everyone's great. I just feel like I'm learning and improving and getting better every time.
Nice, man. We've seen Quillan icing people lately, man. He's all over the social media. And obviously Cody's a great stand-up fighter in particular. I see you got a little shiner there. Was that from one of those guys or from someone else?
It was. It actually was from someone else. It was from someone else. But look, hey, part of the job. Going to come over with a couple of bruises. So that's how I'm training hard. I'm working hard.
That's true, man. You don't want to come out unscathed every time.
Yeah, that's it.
Bro, so your big fight coming up, it's Road to UFC finals. You're fighting a Japanese guy called Keiichiro Nakamura. Slick striker, man. How do you feel about him as your opponent?
Look, it's funny because when I first went to the first fight in Road to UFC, me and him would be kind of eyeing each other off. There was a mutual respect as well. He's Japanese, he's karate. He has that, that respect, that mutual respect. It's good, we had a mutual respect for each other. Then looking at each other, kind of like, yeah, I was gauging. I was like, okay, I feel like he's going to possibly be in the finals. I was like, I had a feeling from the very beginning. And then after our last one, we fought both of us on that card. Even before our fight, I remember, I think it was the day before our fight, 2 days before, we walked past each other in the hotel, and we both, said good luck to each other. And then he was like, me and you in the finals. What do you reckon? And I was like, yeah, 100%, man. I was like, I got a feeling it's going to be me and you. And then, then it turned out both of us in the finals. And it's going to be a good matchup. He's slick. He's good. He's going to, again, just like another puzzle for me to figure out, which I'm very excited about. It's a different style. He's a southpaw. He's slick. He's got good kicks. But I'm looking forward to this match because it's going to be kind of. In some ways, I've always fought guys like this because I come from a karate base, so I know I'm Japanese. I know what to expect from a lot of these guys. I've seen a lot of it. I've been around a lot of it for my whole karate career, and I can see the things that he does. So I'm very confident with this fight and with the game plan we're going to go in with this one to beat him.
Nice, man. Yeah, I was wondering that because of his karate background, like how you feel about fighting and whether that would be a familiar style to you, man. Because he's actually got a nice style, man. I mean, he's a very well coordinated guy, man. His reflexes are very good and he's very powerful. But
he's confident as well. You can tell he's a very confident guy. He builds off confidence, and he's typical Japanese warrior like that. It's gonna be good to fight a guy like this, But I believe I have what it takes to take him out.
Did you watch his last fight? It was quite a grueling fight between him and the Chinese fighter, and it was actually pretty close.
Yeah, I was live. They got me to sit and watch it because they wanted us to do a face-off on that as well. He fought the guy from China. It was a close fight. It was a good fight, both of them. You could see the first round was a bit of a pendulum swing. It was looking like it could go either way. And then it became about it. And then I think he landed a spinning elbow or a spinning back fist on him, and that changed the trajectory of the fight. You could see then the guy from China wasn't doing what he was doing in the first round, and then it became, he gained more confidence, the Japanese fighter, and then that's got him towards the win there. So it was a good back and forth fight. They had a bit of a war, so it was good.
Yeah, I felt like one of the contributing factors was I can't remember the guy's name, the Chinese. I think it was Keiichiro or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
He looked a bit fatigued after because it was a pretty high-paced fight in the beginning, and he was missing a lot as well and stuff. Yep. And then towards the end of the second third, he just looked pretty gassed in comparison. Yeah. It was a tough fight.
You could see 100%. You could see he was very confident, because he was in his hometown. He wanted to go out there and just go for it. He believed he could get the finish. And he did really well, but like you said, you could see there was a shot that landed, and then he started to gas a little bit, and he couldn't do what he was usually doing in his game plan. So then you could see it kind of just the pendulum swung the other way.
Bro, so the actual road to UFC as a promotion so far, tell us about it, man. Has it been good traveling to Shanghai and fighting, now coming back, stressing your dad out when he's over there watching you and whatnot? How was it? What's the sort of anything tough that you faced during that? What's your biggest takeaway kind of thing from that series?
Oh, man. Again, it was just so professionally run. It was awesome to be around. Just to see how they, especially the last card, because it was the UFC card the next day as well. Being around that atmosphere, just felt like I belonged there. Me and my team, I felt like I belonged there, and it was great to be around. Great experience. Every single time, it's been great. Everyone's so nice as well behind the scenes, like you work with. Everyone's so good. They run it so smooth, and it's all around great experience. That's why. I'm looking forward to now this next step up, being at the UFC in Sydney. It's just going to be cool, man. Yeah, looking forward to it.
And man, you fought in Shanghai, now back in Sydney. Do you prefer that home country vibe, or you prefer to be traveling around and going to a different country?
In the end, man, it doesn't matter for me. It's nice, being in Sydney, Australia, of course, 100%. Being in Australia is always easier to travel and all that type of stuff. But in the end, as you're progressing through and fighting, you're gonna be back and forth going here and there, and I just treat it like another fight, man.
And on this fight, bro, what do you see as a potential victory? Do you see a knockout, a finish, or a points victory?
Again, I always say, a finish is what I'm going to go for. Definitely, get it done quick, and then I also want to have an active year as well. I want to fight a lot, but I can see this possibly being turned into like a bit of a back and forth strategic point. It could be a point fight with him because he's quite slick. But again, saying that, I'm going to be looking for the finish.
And any particular fights on the UFC 325 card that you're interested in, man?
Just to watch, you mean?
Yeah,
like
watch,
that?
man. As a fan.
Yeah, man. Honestly, there's a bunch of MMA. Yeah, it's gonna be like obviously Quill's fight's gonna be sick. Volk's, yeah. To be honest, man, all of them. It's a sick card. Like it's an awesome card. It's cool. I hear the tickets are like the price is already so expensive because a couple of people have already been like, "Oh, hey Seb, can you get me a ticket? Get me a ticket." I'm like, mate, no fucking chance. I was like, especially this turned into a pay-per-view card now.
Yeah.
So there's no chance, man. But yeah, I'm looking forward to them all, man. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah, that's one thing that kind of sucks about UFC is trying to get tickets. Like it's fucking nearly impossible, and then waiting at times.
Yeah.
This time it's pretty good, but sometimes you have to wait and nothing comes in your email, and you're waiting and you're stressing, and then you finally get one. Yeah. This time I managed to get a couple of tickets pretty early on, so I'm pretty stoked to be over there. I'll be there.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah.
Is your old man going to come watch you this time?
He sure is. He'll be there. He will. He'll be coming. He couldn't. So the last one, I'm pretty sure I told you. Last one he was in Europe. So they booked a Europe trip, but he's going to be there this time. He's coming. He's already got tickets and everything. So yeah, it'll be good.
I kind of like I empathize with him, bro. I can imagine if one of my sons was up there fighting a dangerous fighter, how I'd be stressing out a bit. And I was glancing up at him in between rounds in the first fight. It was funny. It's kind of funny in a way to watch, like the stress, and then obviously the relief when you get a win.
Yeah, 100%. I say to him like, mate, you should be used to it by now. and the pressure's only going to get harder. It's only going to get harder. The more fights you get like this, and the better it gets. It's only going to get more pressure. So yeah, got to get used to it.
Yeah, there's something. Your father's a karate guy too, right? And there's something about it, man. Like it's more stressful watching people that you're close to, for me anyway, than actually being in there yourself.
Oh, bro, it is, man. It is like even for me. I've had teammates like recently fighting and stuff like that. I get more nervous with them. I'm like, I get so much more stressed out and nervous, like watching my teammates prepare for their fight. And it's like, I think it's having that, like when I'm fighting, obviously I can control what I'm doing and I have a control of how I'm going to do things and how it's done the process. But when you don't have that control factor, I think that, like, especially for a parent, it makes sense. Like if it's your kid, you're just like, oh shit, like that pressure you can feel. I feel it as well when I watch my teammates, brothers, anyone. I feel that as well.
I was chatting to that Mitch and Joel the other week, and we're talking about how it's kind of funny. This road to UFC is probably the goal. I'm imagining was to go and get Asian fighters, right? And now it's half of it is people from Australia and New Zealand. It's kind of funny.
Well, that's why I think it was changed. That's why I believe they were originally going to do China, but then they went, shit, all the Aussies won. And then they were like, okay, how can we, switch this up? That's what I believe. And that's why it was a change up because it always is done in China where they went, oh, crap, okay. We didn't expect them to go through and just smash it all. And I think that's why they need to put it on the Sydney card now.
Yeah, there's only one Chinese person from China left on the actual card, and there's a Korean.
Oh, is there really? Oh, yeah,
Korean,
true. There
Japanese,
is, right.
Mongolian. What's the other one? Korean, Japanese, Mongolian, not Chinese. Yeah, so that's the mix. So it doesn't make sense when there's so many people from from Oceania region to
Yeah, it's funny how it's actually all spread out like that from all different areas, isn't it? It's actually interesting.
Some cracker
it's gonna be good.
Yeah, bro. I'm very much looking forward to it. My main interest is actually you guys fighting. Followed you for these fights, so pretty pumped to see the finals, man. I've seen all of it, so it's cool.
You've been there from the beginning, and you're going to stick to the end.
I got to be there live, bro. I have to.
Yeah, 100%. No, you've committed. You've committed now, so you got to be there.
Yeah. Well, Brady, I'm looking forward to your performance. I'm hoping we can get a clean sweep across the whole card. It'd be amazing. And
100%.
I'll be there supporting, bro. All right.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it, man. Cheers, bro. Thank you.
Take it easy. Bye-bye.